So that was fun and games.
So even through the drugs and before, when you were working, doing the newspaper round, did you always want or always know that you were going to have your own business or businesses?
Yeah. I mean, God, that's gone back. I mean, when I was young, I wanted money. I wanted success.
Yeah.
I think, and I remember being frustrated at being a kid, because I was like, I couldn't do anything because I was a kid. So if my parents said no, or whatever my dad said no particularly, that meant that was it. So and I did, in Bearsden and stuff, I did see other families with money and their parents had nice cars and they'd go away on holiday, and I'm like, I only had one holiday when I was a kid, and I would be like, oh, that'd be nice, can I hang? But I had no idea how I was going to do it. But I was inquisitive. I remember there was a guy called Sammy Kerr. He had petrol stations, and he drove a Rolls Royce. I think he did some property and stuff like that. And he was like the big man in the
guy
sort of
with
area.
the
I was like, Sammy Kerr.
Yeah.
And I said to my dad one day, like, how's he got so much money?
Yeah.
And my dad said, I don't know, let's ask him, which is pretty cool of my dad. My dad got me the paper round as well, so there was kind of lots of help for him. And we went over the Sammy Kerr guy, and he goes, oh, excuse me, Sammy. And we're at the petrol station, the forecourt, and they kind of stopped, the big sort of gold Rolex on and all that.
Nice.
And he goes, my boy's asking, how come you've got so much money? And his answer was, he goes, he'll do it, he'll make it, and pointed to me. And he goes, he'll make money. And my dad goes, how's that? And he goes, because he asks. He asks. And at the time I was like, oh, that's a bit crap answer.
Is that the secret?
And I was like, they never really told me how to get the money.
I got that.
Yeah, and now I look back and I was like, oh, that was smart, because it was like, it was like I was looking, I was like, there's a guy with money, how does he, like, I was asking, I was interested, and I didn't know other children didn't ask or didn't notice, whereas I was. But I noticed, I don't know, a lot of guys from poorer areas actually, funnily enough, look more into that than what I think. Well, maybe that's wrong, I don't know. I never
we were talking about this literally 4 hours ago, where you have someone who's kind of got it all in the sense, but it's given, it's not earned. What makes them be interested in other people who are successful when it's just given to them automatically without any, you could say, exchange? They're not going to start looking for answers, because all they know is, well, daddy or mummy just gives me.
But I think that sometimes that's the case and sometimes it's not, because you even get kids that get like inheritance and take over the family's business and do well, and then probably push on to another level. I mean, even like Gary Vaynerchuck took his dad's wine and business and made it bigger. So it's not.
That's true.
I think it's really down to the individual, regardless of where they're from. All I know is that I did see people with money in those sort of environments, and I wanted that sort of lifestyle, just because my personal life didn't have a lot of stuff, didn't have a lot of holidays, didn't have nice cars. My dad used to drive like a Citroen 2CV, which is like a 600cc Citroen, looks like an upside down pram. And like a guy was speaking to a guy the night, my mate Andy lives in Ireland now, he's a lawyer, and his dad had a big Saab 9000, kind of big futuristic car, and my dad had this wee sort of Citroen. I was like,
you're like, I want that.
Exactly. I did. I was like, wow.
So it's like you're like asking questions, looking to find the answers.
Oh yeah, I and then that's a good way to be, but sometimes it was wrong, because I would be inquisitive in the wrong areas as well, which was the kind of destructive areas.
And if you